The sky was quiet that night. Stars twinkled peacefully, and cities below were calm. People walked the streets, unaware that something beyond their world was watching. In space, far beyond Earth's orbit, an enormous fleet drifted silently. Alien ships, black as shadows, moved like predators circling their prey. No one on Earth knew their purpose. But soon the silence would break. It started with strange signals. Scientists at observatories noticed unusual patterns coming from deep space. Satellites picked up strange energy waves. No one could explain them. Some called it a natural phenomenon. Others whispered it might be a warning. But nobody realized the truth. Earth was about to be attacked. Then the first ships appeared. They were enormous, unlike anything humans had ever seen. Triangular in shape, their surfaces shimmered with dark metal. No lights, no sounds, just hovering, waiting. Governments scrambled jets and satellites trying to identify the objects. People looked up at the sky in awe and fear. News spread quickly. Aliens are near Earth. Unknown intentions. Panic started to rise. At first, there was hope. Maybe the aliens were peaceful. Maybe they came to learn, to observe, to communicate. But hope vanished in hours. The first strike came without warning. A massive city in the middle of the continent simply vanished from view. Satellites recorded it all. A sudden pulse of energy, and the city was gone. Fires erupted and smoke rose miles into the sky. People screamed, ran, and tried to help each other, but nothing could stop it. The aliens had power beyond comprehension. World leaders convened emergency meetings. Military forces mobilized, but conventional weapons seemed useless. Jets and missiles were destroyed almost immediately. The aliens' technology was far beyond human understanding. Panic spread across continents. Millions feared the end of humanity, but something strange happened. The aliens expected surrender. They expected humans to fall into fear and obey. But instead, humans fought back. In small towns and secret bases, people began organizing. Civilians used what they had: trucks, small arms, and homemade explosives. Scientists found ways to turn alien technology against them. Ordinary people became soldiers overnight. Fear turned into determination. In one city, a young pilot named Mara took to the skies in an old fighter jet. She had never faced anything like this before. Her heart pounded, but she remembered her training. The aliens attacked with precision, but Mara found a gap in their formation. She launched a missile. The alien scout ship exploded into a ball of fire. She couldn't believe it. Her small victory gave hope. Meanwhile, on Earth's main battle command, generals realized that humanity was not going to give up quietly. The aliens didn't anticipate resistance, and now they were adjusting their plans. Signals intercepted by Earth's intelligence revealed confusion among the alien fleet. They had never faced a species that refused to surrender. Everywhere, ordinary humans became heroes. Factory workers, teachers, doctors, they all found ways to help. Some repaired damaged equipment. Others organized evacuation and defense plans. Across the world, a network of courage grew. Despite the fear and destruction, a sense of unity appeared. Nations that had argued for years now worked together. Humans shared technology, strategies, and information. Everyone understood one thing: survival depended on fighting back. But the aliens were relentless. Their next attacks were calculated. Cities that survived the first wave were targeted. Ships hovered above major capitals, ready to strike. Humans had moments of victory, but each victory came at a cost. Buildings crumbled, lives were lost, and the sky burned with explosions. Yet humanity did not break. In the deserts of the South, engineers worked on weapons that could pierce the alien shields. In secret bases, pilots trained for dangerous missions. Children hid in shelters, listening to the sounds of the battle above. Everyone contributed in some way, no matter how small. Fear had turned into determination, and determination into courage. The aliens soon realized that humans were different from other species they had conquered. Humans were unpredictable. Humans were relentless. Each small victory gave them confidence, and each defeat taught them to fight smarter. Humanity's spirit was their strongest weapon. As night fell, the alien fleet hovered over the largest city on Earth. Their leader, a massive ship at the center, prepared to unleash a devastating attack. But humans were ready. Fighter jets soared from hidden airfields. Missile batteries fired with precision. Mara led a squadron in a daring maneuver, weaving through alien defenses. The battle was fierce. Explosions lit up the night sky like lightning. Humans screamed, shouted orders, and refused to retreat. Even though they were outnumbered and outgunned, their courage shone brighter than any weapon. In the midst of chaos, a young engineer named Leo discovered a weakness in the alien ship's energy field. He relayed the information to the command center. A plan was quickly formed. It was risky, almost suicidal, but it was humanity's only chance. The tension was unbearable. Every second counted. If they failed, Earth would fall. If they succeeded, humanity would prove that it could fight even the deadliest enemy. And then, just as the alien mothership fired its massive energy beam, Mara's squadron launched a coordinated strike. Missiles hit the weak points Leo had discovered. The alien ship trembled. Energy shields flickered. The impossible was happening. Humans were winning a battle that no one thought they could, but the fight was far from over. The alien fleet still hovered in orbit, ready to strike again. Humanity had shown strength, but the war had just begun. Every human knew that survival would demand courage, sacrifice, and unity like never before. As dawn approached, the sky was scorched with smoke and fire. Cities were damaged, lives were lost, but the human spirit remained unbroken. Across the world, people looked up at the sky and realized one thing. Earth had fought back. Earth had shown its wrath, and the aliens, for the first time, were afraid. The first day of the invasion ended. Humanity had survived. Humanity had resisted. And humanity had begun to fight back in a way that the aliens would never forget. The war for Earth had begun, and the stakes were higher than ever. But one thing was certain: humanity would never surrender. The first day of the invasion had ended, but Earth was far from safe. Smoke still rose from destroyed cities, sirens screamed in the distance, and the world's people were on edge. Humanity had survived the alien attack, but the aliens were not done. Their massive fleet still hovered above the planet, waiting, watching, calculating their next strike. In secret bases hidden deep underground, humanity's real strength was preparing. Scientists, engineers, and military leaders had been working in silence for years, anticipating threats that most people could not imagine. Now, their time had come. Dr. Elena Reyes, a brilliant scientist, stared at the flickering holograms of alien ships. Her team had discovered something important. The aliens, despite their overwhelming power, had a weakness. Their energy shields were strong but not perfect. They relied on precise formations, and their ships could not maneuver quickly at close range. With the right strategy, humans could exploit these weaknesses. Meanwhile, Commander Auric Cole was rallying pilots in a hidden airbase. "Listen carefully," he said. "We are outgunned but not outsmarted. The aliens did not expect us to fight back. We will use that." Young pilots, some barely out of training, nodded. Fear and determination mixed in their eyes. Every human knew the risks. Every human knew that failure meant death. Across the world, ordinary people played their part too. In a small village far from any major city, farmers and mechanics worked together to convert old trucks and machinery into mobile weapons. They mounted antennas, sensors, and improvised rockets. Children helped by carrying tools and relaying messages. Every hand mattered. Every mind counted. Humanity was uniting in ways no one had seen before. Back in the skies, Mara, the pilot who had destroyed the first alien scout, prepared for her next mission. Her jet had been repaired overnight. She felt nervous but alive. "We are humanity's first line of defense," she whispered to herself. "We can't fail." Her squadron launched quietly into the night, dodging alien patrols. They struck small targets, testing the aliens' reactions. Every victory, no matter how minor, was a morale boost. In another part of the world, Leo, the young engineer who had discovered the alien ship's weak point, worked tirelessly in a hidden laboratory. He was designing devices that could disrupt alien energy systems. Tiny EMP bursts, hacking drones, and improvised explosives, all aimed at one goal: make the aliens vulnerable. He tested, failed, and tried again, knowing that the fate of millions depended on his success. Humanity's hidden strength was not just technology. It was courage, ingenuity, and the refusal to surrender. The aliens had expected to meet fear. They expected obedience. What they found was resistance, bravery, and an unbreakable spirit. The aliens, meanwhile, began to notice the difference. Their commanders communicated in harsh, mechanical tones. These humans, unpredictable. They fight differently. Their mind is strange. Adapt. Their ships adjusted their formations, fired with more precision, and began probing the planet with small squads. But humans were ready. In one daring raid, a squadron led by Mara intercepted a small alien strike team heading toward a civilian city. The fight was brutal. Lasers cut through the night sky, missiles exploded mid-air, and the city trembled below. Yet, humans fought with strategy, using the terrain to their advantage, luring the aliens into traps. By the end of the battle, the alien team was destroyed. Mara and her squadron returned, exhausted but victorious. Back underground, Dr. Reyes received urgent data. The aliens were adapting, but slowly. Humans had bought precious time. "We can win this," she said to her team. "If we strike carefully and together, we can turn the tide." Her eyes glowed with determination. Science and courage were now humanity's weapons. Elsewhere, ordinary people kept the world moving. Civilians repaired damaged roads, cleared debris, and helped survivors. Medics worked tirelessly, tending to the wounded. In shelters and bunkers, families huddled together, sharing stories of bravery, hope, and resistance. The human spirit was alive, growing stronger with every challenge. Then came the first real test of humanity's hidden strength. The aliens launched a coordinated attack on multiple cities at once. They expected chaos, fear, and surrender. Instead, they met preparation. Human fighters intercepted the attackers, engineers disabled alien systems, and civilians evacuated strategically. Cities were damaged, but losses were far lower than the aliens anticipated. The aliens were shocked. Humans were clever, unpredictable, and united. They had underestimated Earth. The war, they realized, would not be simple. In a hidden command center, Commander Cole addressed the leaders of every nation. "Humanity is fighting back," he said. "We have strength they do not understand. They think we will panic, but we will not. We will survive. We will fight, and we will win." Applause echoed in the room. For the first time, there was hope. Real hope. Mara returned to the base, bruised and tired. She watched the stars, knowing that the alien fleet was still out there, waiting. She remembered the faces of people she had saved, the children she had seen hiding in fear, and the countless heroes working behind the scenes. Humanity was alive, and it was growing stronger every day. The day ended with a tense quiet. Smoke rose from damaged cities, alarms still blared, and humans took a moment to breathe. They had survived another attack. They had proven they were not helpless, and they had discovered something crucial. Humanity's greatest weapon was not technology or numbers, but heart, courage, and unity. But the aliens were still in orbit. Their numbers were greater, their power stronger. The fleet would not give up, and humanity would need every ounce of strength, every brilliant mind, and every courageous soul to face the next wave. As the night fell, the world prepared. Engineers worked in labs, pilots trained in hangars, civilians stayed alert. Every human knew that tomorrow would be even harder, but they were ready. Humanity had found its hidden strength, and the aliens would soon learn that fighting Earth was a mistake. In the darkness of space, the alien commanders watched. Confusion and frustration showed in their cold, mechanical ways. They had never faced such a planet. They had never faced such a species. And now they understood that the humans were dangerous, not just physically, but in spirit. Humanity was no longer the prey. Humanity had begun to fight. And the aliens, for the first time, feared what they did not understand. The battle for Earth was far from over. But humanity had discovered something that could never be destroyed, its hidden strength. The sun rose over a world still trembling from the first battles. Smoke curled from broken cities, and fires glowed in the distance. Humanity had survived the initial wave, but the alien threat had only grown stronger. Their fleet was vast, their technology unmatched, and their intention clear: total conquest. But Earth was ready. In the skies above the central continent, Mara led a squadron of fighter jets. Her hands gripped the controls tightly. Her eyes scanned the horizon. Dozens of alien ships appeared suddenly, emerging from stealth. They moved like living shadows, silent but deadly. "Hold formation," Mara shouted. "We fight together. We survive together." Lasers cut through the sky, missiles exploded mid-air, and explosions lit the morning like lightning. Humans fought with cunning. They used mountains, valleys, and ruined cities as cover, luring alien patrols into traps. Each small victory was celebrated, but there was no time to rest. Every alien destroyed was replaced by another. Below on the ground, engineers and scientists activated improvised defense systems. EMP pulses flickered through the air, disabling alien drones. Civilians transported weapons, relayed messages, and guided soldiers to critical locations. Humanity's strength was not in technology alone. It was in the unity and courage of every person. The aliens were shocked. They had expected fear, surrender, or chaos. What they found was organized resistance. They had underestimated humans, and now they paid the price. In the chaos, a massive alien cruiser descended near a major city. Its sheer size blocked out the sun, casting the streets into shadow. Citizens froze in terror. Mara's squadron dove toward it, weaving through laser fire. Her heart pounded as she targeted weak points the engineers had discovered. Meanwhile, Leo and his team worked furiously in a hidden lab. Their latest device, a small portable energy disruptor, was humanity's secret weapon. They had one chance to use it. The alien cruiser was powerful but not invincible. A precise strike could cripple its systems. Mara's squadron attacked in perfect coordination. Missiles flew. Lasers blazed. Explosions rocked the city. Civilians ducked in shelters, watching the sky burn with fire and light. Every second was a fight for survival. On board the alien cruiser, the commanders were panicked. They adapt too quickly. Their tactics, unpredictable. "Stop them!" But the humans were relentless. Every attack was met with a counter-strategy. Every weakness was exploited. Leo activated the disruptor. A pulse shot into the sky, hitting the cruiser's core. Energy shields flickered and failed. Mara seized the moment, firing a final missile into the heart of the ship. The cruiser shook violently, then exploded in a massive fireball. The ground trembled from the blast. Glass shattered in nearby buildings. Dust and smoke filled the streets. Humans cheered in awe, but the celebration was brief. "More are coming," Commander Cole said grimly over the communication line. "The fleet is bigger than we imagined. This is only the beginning." Mara's squadron regrouped. They were bruised, tired, but alive. "We can do this," Mara said. "We have to. We won't let Earth fall." Across the world, similar battles raged. In the deserts, forests, and mountains, humans fought the alien invaders with every tool they had. Even small towns became battlefields. Every victory was hard-won. Every loss was mourned. Humanity was learning quickly. To survive, they had to fight smarter, faster, and together. The aliens, for the first time, understood the danger of Earth. Their calculations had failed. Their technology alone could not win. Humanity's unpredictability, courage, and unity made them a deadly opponent. At night, after the battles ended for the day, humans tended to the wounded, repaired their vehicles, and planned for tomorrow. Mara and her squadron sat around a small fire in a hidden base. They were exhausted, but their spirits were high. "Do you think we can really win?" asked one young pilot, voice trembling. Mara looked up at the stars, now dotted with alien ships. "We don't have a choice. If we don't fight, Earth dies. If we fight, we have a chance. And as long as we have hope, we're stronger than them." Commander Cole monitored the alien fleet from headquarters. "They are dangerous," he said, staring at the holographic display. "But they are learning, so are we. Tomorrow, we strike again." Across the planet, humans slept fitfully, aware that the next day could bring even greater battles. Yet despite fear and exhaustion, a quiet determination ran through every person. They would not surrender. They would not flee. They would fight for every street, every city, every life. The aliens, observing from above, began to whisper among themselves. Something about humanity had changed the war. The species they had considered weak, primitive, and easy to conquer was proving to be cunning, resilient, and dangerous. The clash of nightmares had begun. Humanity had awakened fully, showing the aliens that Earth was not a playground to conquer, but a fortress defended by a species unwilling to bow. And somewhere deep in space, the alien commanders realized a terrifying truth. Humans were not just surviving, they were fighting back. And when humans fought back, they were unstoppable. The night fell over a battered, burning, but unbroken Earth. The first major battle had ended. Humans had proven themselves. The aliens had learned their first lesson. The war for Earth was escalating, and the planet's defenders were ready. Humanity's nightmares had met the alien nightmares, and no one would ever be the same again. The battles had shaken Earth, but humans were learning fast. Cities were scarred, skies were streaked with smoke, and yet humanity refused to bow. But the aliens were smart, relentless, and still a terrifying threat. To survive, humans needed more than courage. They needed knowledge. Deep in a hidden laboratory, Dr. Elena Reyes and her team worked tirelessly. Holograms flickered on the walls, showing detailed scans of the alien ships captured during recent skirmishes. "Their technology is advanced, but it isn't perfect," Elena said, pointing at the flickering diagrams. "We've found weak points in their energy shields and patterns in their attack formations. If we exploit these, we can strike back effectively." Her assistant, Leo, nodded. "We've also intercepted some of their communications. They're organized but overly rigid. They don't adapt quickly to surprises." "Exactly," Elena replied. "And humans excel at surprises." Meanwhile, Commander Arik Cole gathered his top pilots and strategists. "We've fought bravely, but it's not enough to survive the next wave. We need to understand them, know them. Information is our weapon." Maps and holographic models of alien fleets filled the room. Every piece of data could mean the difference between life and death. Across the globe, small human teams prepared for dangerous missions. Some would infiltrate alien ships to gather intelligence. Others would observe from orbit or launch secret hacking operations. Civilians and soldiers alike worked together. Humanity was proving that strength came from unity as much as firepower. Mara, now a seasoned pilot after several battles, was chosen for a daring reconnaissance mission. Her objective: get close to an alien cruiser, scan its systems, and escape undetected. She knew the risks. One mistake meant death, yet determination burned in her heart. "If we can understand them, we can beat them," she whispered. Her squadron flew at night, shadows among shadows. Alien patrols scanned the skies, but Mara used terrain and clever maneuvers to stay hidden. When they reached the cruiser, Leo's hacked systems helped them penetrate its outer shields. Mara sent scans back to Earth. The information streamed through the command center like gold. Elena studied the data, her eyes widening. "They are not invincible. Their shields have gaps, their weapons have limits, and their fleet coordination relies on a central command structure. If we target it, we can cripple them." The revelation brought hope. Humans now had a plan, a way to fight smarter, not just harder. They could turn the aliens' strength against them, but the aliens were not blind. Their fleet commanders noticed unusual interference in their systems. Small ships were being destroyed with uncanny precision. "Humans are learning." "They are dangerous," one alien commander hissed. Their eyes, cold and mechanical, scanned Earth below. Adapt or perish. Back on Earth, Leo prepared a prototype device, a hacking drone designed to infiltrate alien communications and disable systems remotely. Every test was risky. Every deployment could reveal them. Yet the team worked tirelessly, knowing that the future of humanity rested on their success. On the ground, soldiers prepared for another wave of attacks. Civilians fortified shelters and cleared debris from streets. Humanity's hidden strength was not only in technology, but also in its people. The courage and determination of ordinary humans, farmers, teachers, medics, children, were now as important as any weapon. As night fell, the alien fleet gathered for a massive assault. Their ships moved in formation like a dark storm. Cities braced for impact, jets scrambled to intercept, and missile batteries activated. But humans had a secret advantage: knowledge. The scouting missions had revealed where to strike and when. The first alien scout ships approached a strategic city. Mara's squadron launched a surprise attack from hidden positions, exploiting the patterns discovered by Dr. Reyes and Leo. The scouts were destroyed before they could warn the larger fleet. Humanity's knowledge had become a weapon. At the same time, hacking drones were deployed, slipping silently into alien communication networks. Systems faltered. Ships lost synchronization. Confusion spread through the fleet. The aliens were powerful, but humans were clever. In the command center, Commander Cole watched the operation unfold. "They thought they could intimidate us," he said, voice steady but tense. "But knowledge and courage are stronger than fear. This is just the beginning of our counterattack." Despite the victories, danger remained. The alien commanders were adapting, analyzing the humans' tactics. They would strike harder, faster, and more unpredictably. Humans had learned their secrets, but the aliens had also learned that Earth was defended by a species unlike any they had faced before. In one hidden bunker, Mara and her squadron rested, knowing that the next battle would be the hardest yet. "We've learned their weaknesses," Mara said. "Now it's time to hit back." The night sky glowed with distant fires from cities still recovering from the first clashes. Across the planet, humans prepared for the next wave, armed not just with weapons, but with intelligence, courage, and determination. The aliens had brought destruction to Earth, but humanity had discovered a truth they had not anticipated. Knowledge could turn the tide of war, and somewhere, high above the clouds, the alien commanders whispered among themselves, frustrated and wary. "These humans, they are not like the others. They are dangerous. They learn. They fight back." Humanity had uncovered the aliens' secrets. Humanity had begun to strike smart. The stage was set for a new kind of battle, one where courage, unity, and intelligence would decide the fate of the planet. The war was far from over. The aliens were still powerful. Their fleet was massive. Their weapons deadly. But humanity had a weapon of its own, the secret strength hidden within every person, every mind, every brave heart. Tomorrow, the true counterattack would begin, and the aliens would learn, the hard way, that Earth was not a world to be conquered. It was a planet defended by humans who refused to surrender. The night was tense, but for the first time, humans felt a spark of hope. They had learned the aliens' weaknesses. They had discovered how to strike effectively, and now it was time to take the fight to the invaders. Humanity would no longer wait for destruction. They would hunt it. Commander Auric Cole stood in the command center, watching the alien fleet through a holographic display. "All units prepare for counterattack," he ordered. "We know their patterns, we know their weaknesses, and we will use them. This is our chance to show Earth's true strength." Pilots readied their jets. Mara adjusted her flight suit, feeling the weight of responsibility. Her squadron would lead the first strike, targeting the alien fleet's smaller ships to create confusion. Every movement had to be precise. Every decision could save or cost lives. On the ground, engineers activated new defense systems. Missiles, energy disruptors, and hacking drones were deployed. Civilians helped by guiding units through hidden tunnels and providing real-time information. Humanity's strength was in its unity. Every person contributed, no matter how small. The first wave of human fighters rose into the sky, weaving through clouds and enemy patrols. Mara led the squadron with calm determination. "Remember," she said over the comms, "hit the weak points. Stay sharp. We fight together, we survive together." The aliens were ready. Their ships moved in perfect formation, their weapons firing with deadly precision. But this time, humans were prepared. Missiles hit critical systems. Drones infiltrated their communication networks. Lasers and plasma beams were countered with clever maneuvers. The aliens were strong, but humanity was smarter. In the deserts, small human strike teams sabotaged alien supply lines. Engineers rigged explosives in abandoned alien ships, while scouts relayed vital intelligence. Each successful mission weakened the invaders and boosted human morale. Mara's squadron pressed the attack on an alien cruiser. It was larger than anything they had faced before, its shields glowing with energy. "Focus on the weak points Leo identified," she reminded her team. Missiles streaked toward the ship, hitting vulnerable areas. Energy shields flickered. The cruiser shuddered under the assault. On board the alien command ship, the leaders panicked. Humans are attacking with strategy, not chaos. They are dangerous, one hissed. Orders were given to reinforce defenses, but humans had already adapted. They had learned, and learning made them deadly. The battle spread across the skies and cities. Explosions lit up the horizon. Buildings shook. People watched in awe as humanity struck back with unprecedented courage and intelligence. Every destroyed alien ship was a statement. Earth would not fall. In the command center, Dr. Elena Reyes monitored the hacking drones. Systems once impenetrable now faltered under human control. She smiled. "We're turning their own technology against them," she said. "This is the counterattack." Mara's squadron finally focused on the alien mothership hovering above a city. It was massive, and its energy shields glowed like a dark sun. The squadron launched a coordinated strike, combining missiles, hacking, and direct laser attacks. The mothership rocked from the assault. Alarms blared on Earth as civilians watched the spectacle from shelters and rooftops. But the aliens were relentless. They fired back with full force. Lasers and plasma beams tore through the sky. One of Mara's squadron jets was hit and spiraled down. She watched helplessly, knowing her comrade had sacrificed himself for the mission. Pain and anger surged through her, fueling her determination. Leo activated the final device, a massive energy disruptor aimed at the mothership. The pulse hit its core, causing shields to fail momentarily. Mara seized the opportunity, firing the final missile into the weakened section. The mothership trembled violently before erupting in flames. Debris rained down like meteorites, and the city below shook with the blast. Humanity had struck a decisive blow. The alien fleet, stunned by the loss of their largest ship, retreated temporarily. Across the planet, humans cheered and wept. They had survived. They had fought back. They had won a battle they were never supposed to win, but Commander Cole knew the war was far from over. "This is only the beginning," he said. "They will return. They will strike again. But now they know one thing: humanity is not weak. Humanity is dangerous. Humanity fights back." In hidden bunkers, soldiers and civilians celebrated quietly. Engineers repaired equipment. Pilots refueled. Children listened to the stories of bravery, of the human spirit rising against impossible odds. Humanity had proven that courage, intelligence, and unity could face even the deadliest foe. Above the clouds, the aliens observed their retreating fleet. Confusion, frustration, and fear colored their thoughts. These humans, they are not like the others. They fight differently. They adapt. They will not surrender. Humanity had learned the power of strategy, the value of knowledge, and the strength of courage. The counterattack had shown the world, and the aliens, that Earth was defended by a species unwilling to bow, unwilling to give in, and willing to fight for every inch of their planet. The night ended with a quiet sky. Fires burned in the distance, but hope glowed brighter. Humanity had struck first. Humanity had proven it could fight, adapt, and survive, and the aliens would never underestimate Earth again. The war had changed. Humanity was no longer a victim. Humanity had become a warrior. The world had tasted victory, but the war was far from over. Humanity's counterattack had shaken the alien fleet, but the invaders were not defeated. Their ships still hovered above Earth, massive shadows against the sky, and their weapons bristled with deadly power. The aliens had learned that humans fought differently, but they would not yield. Commander Arik Cole stood on a cliff overlooking a devastated city. Smoke rose from the ruins, and fires glowed in the distance. "They think they can return stronger," he said, his voice steady. "They are wrong. Humanity is ready. Humanity will strike with full force. Across the planet, humans prepared for the largest offensive yet. Pilots checked their aircraft, missiles were loaded, and engineers activated new weapons. Dr. Elena Reyes and Leo worked tirelessly in the labs, enhancing disruptors and hacking drones. Civilians helped transport supplies and repair damaged equipment. Every human played a part in what was about to unfold. Mara's squadron soared into the sky, their jets cutting through clouds as they approached the alien fleet. This time, they would not merely defend, they would strike to destroy. Their target, the alien mothership and its supporting vessels. Humanity had learned their weaknesses, and now it was time to punish the invaders for the devastation they had caused. The first engagement was brutal. Alien ships opened fire with plasma beams and laser cannons. Explosions lit the sky as jets dodged, weaving through enemy fire. Mara led the squadron with precision, striking the vulnerable points Leo had discovered. Every missile hit, every maneuver succeeded, but the aliens were relentless. On the ground, humanity unleashed new weapons. Energy disruptors disabled alien systems, and hacking drones infiltrated communication networks. Alien ships began to lose coordination, firing erratically. What had seemed invincible was starting to falter under humanity's wrath. In a daring assault, Mara's squadron targeted an alien cruiser attempting to flank human defenses. The ship was enormous, its armor nearly impenetrable, but humanity's teamwork was unstoppable. Missiles struck in perfect synchrony, and disruptor pulses caused its shields to collapse. The cruiser shook violently before erupting in a ball of fire. Humans cheered, but there was no time to celebrate. The battle raged on. Civilians joined the fight in unexpected ways. Farmers, mechanics, and engineers had converted ordinary vehicles into weapons platforms. Small towns and villages became battlegrounds as humans used ingenuity and courage to resist alien attacks. The spirit of humanity spread across the planet, showing the invaders that Earth would not be conquered. Commander Cole coordinated strikes across the globe. From the mountains to the seas, humans attacked with precision and intelligence. Every victory weakened the alien fleet, and every failure taught humanity a new lesson. The aliens, once confident, now hesitated, realizing that they faced a species unlike any other. High above the planet, the alien mothership prepared a desperate counterattack. Its massive energy beam aimed at the largest city still standing. Civilians ran for shelter, fear in their eyes. But humans had anticipated this move. Mara's squadron intercepted the beam, disrupting its path. Disruptor pulses and hacking devices overloaded the mothership's systems. For the first time, the alien superweapon failed. The battle reached its climax. Humanity struck at the heart of the alien fleet. Missiles, lasers, and disruptors hit in perfect coordination. Explosions ripped through the ships, and the once feared alien armada faltered. Ships crashed into each other, debris rained from the sky, and the aliens retreated in disorder. On the ground, people cheered. Survivors hugged each other, tears mixing with soot and dust. Humanity had not only defended Earth, they had become the hunters, striking fear into the hearts of the invaders. Commander Cole watched the remnants of the alien fleet retreat. "They underestimated us," he said. "They thought they could destroy Earth easily. They were wrong. Humanity's wrath will never be ignored." Mara landed her jet, exhausted but victorious. She looked at the horizon, where alien ships fled in retreat. "We've won the day," she said. "But this war isn't over. They will come back, and we will be ready." Dr. Elena Reyes and Leo prepared new strategies, knowing the aliens would adapt. Humanity had proven it could fight, but they had also learned that survival required constant innovation, courage, and unity. Every person, every mind, every brave heart was a weapon against the invaders. The night fell over Earth, scarred and battered but unbroken. Fires burned, sirens still wailed, and humans looked to the sky with a mix of awe and determination. They had faced unimaginable destruction, and yet they stood victorious. The aliens had learned a hard truth. Earth was defended by humans who would fight to the last breath, who would adapt, and who would never surrender. Somewhere in deep space, the alien commanders observed their retreating forces. Confusion and fear ran through them. "These humans, they are relentless. They fight with strategy, courage, and unity. We underestimated them, and we paid the price." Humanity's wrath had been unleashed. The aliens had faced the storm of human courage, and Earth had survived. The war was not over, but one thing was certain. Humanity had shown that it would never bow to fear, never surrender to invaders, and never be conquered. The stage was set for the final confrontation. Humanity had proven its strength, and the aliens had learned that Earth was a world defended by a species that refused to be defeated. Tomorrow, the fate of the planet would be decided. But tonight, Earth had shown its true power, the wrath of humanity. The sky over Earth was still dark, streaked with smoke and the remnants of fire from the battles that had raged for days. Cities were scarred, forests smoldered, and oceans carried the reflection of a war that had tested every human on the planet. But for the first time, there was a quiet sense of hope. Humanity had survived, and now it was winning. Commander Auric Cole stood on a ridge overlooking the city of New Horizon. The alien fleet had retreated, battered and broken. The mothership, once a towering shadow over the planet, had been destroyed in a final coordinated strike. Mara's squadron had led the charge, exploiting the aliens' weaknesses with deadly precision. Humanity had proven that courage, strategy, and unity could challenge even the most powerful foes. Dr. Elena Reyes and Leo monitored the remnants of the alien technology. "They've underestimated us from the beginning," Elena said, "and they paid the price. But we have to stay vigilant. They may return." Mara walked through the ruins of the city, her boots crunching over debris. Civilians were emerging from shelters, cautiously at first, then with relief and joy. Children ran into the streets laughing through tears. Families hugged, and strangers helped each other rebuild what they could. Humanity had endured the nightmare and had come out stronger. Commander Cole addressed the global forces through a secure network. "We have fought with everything we had. We have defended our planet, our homes, and our people. Today, humanity stands victorious. But let this be a lesson. We must never underestimate threats, and we must always stand united. The courage you have shown has saved Earth." The alien fleet, now shattered and in retreat, was no longer a shadow over humanity. The surviving invaders fled into deep space, their pride and power broken. They had expected easy conquest, but Earth had answered with fire and resolve. Humanity had proven that no force could crush the human spirit. In secret bases, engineers and scientists continued their work. They dismantled captured alien weapons, learning from them, improving human technology. Every failure, every struggle had taught humans something new. Humanity was stronger now, not just in arms, but in knowledge and determination. On the streets, people began to rebuild. Makeshift teams cleared debris, repaired damaged structures, and tended to the wounded. Volunteers worked tirelessly, showing that victory was not only measured in battles won, but in the resilience of a civilization determined to survive. Mara returned to her squadron base, exhausted but proud. She looked at the stars, now quiet and still above the planet. "We've won this battle," she said softly. "But Earth is ours, and as long as we fight, it will stay that way." Even as celebrations erupted, humans remained cautious. They knew that the aliens might return, stronger and more cunning. But the world had learned an important truth. Humans were unpredictable, resourceful, and courageous. The invaders had faced the wrath of humanity, and they had failed. Across the globe, the human spirit burned brighter than any destruction the aliens had caused. Communities banded together, survivors shared stories of bravery, and the memory of fallen heroes was honored. Humanity had endured unimaginable horror, and yet it had risen above it. Somewhere in the far reaches of space, the alien commanders reported back to their superiors. Their voices were tense, even fearful. "The humans, they are different. They adapt. They fight with unity and courage. They cannot be conquered easily." The realization struck them. Earth was defended by a species unlike any they had faced before. Back on the planet, Commander Cole walked among his troops. "You have shown the universe what humanity is capable of," he said. "We survived. We fought. We won. But remember, our strength is not in weapons alone. It is in our courage, our unity, and our refusal to surrender. Earth is ours because we refuse to be weak." The night slowly faded into dawn. The fires of war still smoldered, but the light of hope grew stronger. Humanity had faced the impossible and triumphed. The planet had survived, and the people had proven that no invader could ever break the human spirit. And though the aliens had been repelled, a quiet warning lingered in the stars. They would remember this day. They would remember humanity's wrath. And if they ever returned, they would find a planet ready, united, and unbreakable. The war for Earth had ended, for now. Humanity had endured, fought, and prevailed. The planet was scarred, but alive, and the human spirit, resilient and fierce, would never be conquered.